Hi everyone, in today's video on the Hittites, we will briefly discuss the start of the Hittite New Kingdom period with the reign of King Tudhaliya. After having experienced about 100 years of decline and stagnation, with about 6 minor kings having ruled over Hatti, which began in circa 1500 BC, the fortunes of the Hittites began to change, with the reign of a new king of Hatti whose name was Tudhaliya, who came to the throne in circa 1400 BC, after apparently his predecessor, Muwatalli, was assassinated by the supporters of the new king, showing that, in spite of the earlier attempts of King Telepinu and his edict to stop such scenarios from occurring, that such bloody and treacherous acquisition of the throne was still very possible, though apparently such methods became more infrequent during the following 200-year period of Hittite history, known today by scholars as the New Kingdom period. One of the first major actions undertaken by this new king was to launch a new Hittite military expedition into western Anatolia against an alliance of smaller Luvian kingdoms in the land of Azerwa. A Hittite document known as the Annals of King Tudhaliya names some of these smaller regions, such as Wilusa, the Siha Riverland, Myra, and Hapala. Wilusa is believed by many scholars today to be the one and the same as the city and kingdom of Troy mentioned by Homer, who calls the city in Greek Ilios in the epic poem The Iliad. Even though the Hittites were apparently successful in this western campaign and put down this anti-Hittite alliance, it appears to have had little lasting effect in subduing anti-Hittite feeling and rebellions in the region, as a second, much larger rebellion occurred immediately after the first, where 22 small states along the Aegean coast, known as Asawa, which could be where the later Greek and Roman name of Asia for the region arose from, rose up against the Hittites. The king was therefore once again required to put down this new uprising, and in an attempt to stop a future rebellion, deported 10,000 men and 600 teams of chariot horses back to Hatti from Asawa for a resettlement, and so as to disarm the area, though ironically these deported men rebelled while in Hatti and were promptly crushed by the Hittites, and their leader was executed. In relation to this event, in 2009, a bronze Mycenaean-style sword was discovered at Hattusa, which bore a remarkable cuneiform inscription stating that it was part of the military spoil taken during the suppression of the Asawa rebellion during Tudhaliya's reign. Even though Tudhaliya had put down 2 rebellions to his west, he and his successor would however still struggle to control the troublesome region. The next military threat to the safety of Hatti faced by Tudhaliya was from their old foe to the north, the Kaska, who had entered and occupied some of the northern lands of Hatti, while the king was focused on the western rebellions. The Kaska were driven back northwards after the king returned from the west, and the king launched further invasions into their land. Unfortunately for Tudhaliya, a third external danger to the security of Hatti arose to the east and southeast of Anatolia, from the new Hurrian-speaking empire of Mitanni, located in northern Syria and Mesopotamia, which empire had conquered the cities of Alaka and Halpa, or modern-day Aleppo, in western Syria during the previous century of Hittite decline. Mitanni encouraged rebellion amongst smaller client states that were once under the influence of Hatti. For example, Tudhaliya was required to forge a new treaty with the smaller kingdom of Kizzuwatna, after Kizzuwatna had broken their earlier alliance with the Hittites that had been made with King Telepinu, so that they could side with Mitanni. The Hittites' problems with Mitanni would continue long into the New Kingdom period before the problem would be dealt with fully, though Tudhaliya, it appears, achieved some successes against Mitanni in Syria during his reign, as the rebuilt city of Halpa, which had earlier been destroyed by King Mursili and had since sided with Mitanni, was apparently once again destroyed by the Hittites. It is unknown exactly how long Tudhaliya reigned over Hatti, but by the end of his reign, Hittite control and influence had been reasserted, Though, as we will see next time, this did not mean that his successor was free from further troubles close to home. However, until then, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to leave a like, comment and subscribe for more new videos every second Friday.